Hi there, students. So I have my painting set up here, and I've got my diagram that I've worked out. I've tried to make the lines much darker than you would have your lines, just so that you can see it in the video, but it doesn't need to be quite so dark. The color is what we really want. I have 2 cups of water. One will be for warm colors, and that will be like yellow to orange to red. Okay, those are warm colors. And then the other one's going to be for cool colors, and that is green to blue. And I do that, I don't always do that, honestly, but I do that when I'm making a color wheel, because otherwise if you have colors that are mixing across the color wheel, so if I have green and I put it in the same water that I made red with, that I used for rinsing red off with, then it will turn brown. And that's great in other scenarios if I want it to turn brown, but I don't on a color wheel. So I'm going to start off with putting some water on my watercolors, and I'm going to put water on the ones that I know I'll use. I won't put water on the black and the brown, the yellow ochre, or the white. So this will just let them, putting the water on will, oh, and I'm putting everything in the same water. Isn't that just the disorganized me? I may look organized on screen, but it's not exactly happening. So this is going to be cool colors now. Cool colors. So I'm going to start with yellow, because yellow is the easiest one to contaminate with other colors. And you can certainly put water down and then the color, but for me, I'm going to put the color down first. I'm going to just put the color down without putting the water and then the color. So I kind of carefully make this yellow. And that is easy as pie. Okay, I'm going to put this one in here. I'm trying to do yellow. I'm trying to be organized, but it's not working. So let's do the red to yellow part, and so I'm going to do something that feels yellow with a little bit of orange. Okay, and I don't want you to worry too much about the accuracy of it. Okay, just do what feels like it's equal parts yellow and orange. You might have another brush to get some color and mix it. I like to mix so that my paper towel is right under my mixer. It helps me feel as though it is, I can see the color better than if it's just on top of nothing. So this is what I'm going to call my yellow orange, okay? And if I go too close to that yellow, I'm going to be able to see it. It's gonna bleed, which is not the worst thing in the world, so don't worry too much about that. And you see, when I'm making a precise line, I bring the brush, I'm on the other side of the brush, and I kind of edge the brush, I kind of push the paint up to the line. So now I've got yellow-orange there, and I've only got yellow, so orange is red and yellow mixed together. This is a little lighter orange, and this is a darker orange on your paint palette. And all paint palettes are going to be slightly different. And the weird thing is that this is a bluish red, so it's all kind of, it's going to be a little funny, and any paint palette that you use is going to be different. So I'm going to work on mixing an orange here that feels darker than this, but not red orange. It shouldn't be, well, we'll see. We'll just kind of play around. So this is a more reddish orange. I feel like I need a little bit less of that in it. So this one, this is a redder orange. That's a yellower orange. I want to go for an orange that is equal parts yellow and red. Equal strengths of yellow and red. And I might not get there, and that's okay. But I'm going to use this for what I'm going to use as an orange that is equal parts red and yellow. So I'm going to aim for precision, but not get overzealous about precision. If I do end up painting into the other color, this is not coloring class, okay? This is about color mixing. So now I want this orange. Right here we have between red and yellow, we haven't added any blue yet. So we can still use this paint palette, this little puddle. This one wants to be red-orange, so it wants to be darker than this and not quite red, okay? You can look at the red on my diagram. In your head, you can just kind of think to yourself, what am I going for? So I'm going to put some extra there, and then I'm going to, I like to use this little area here to kind of grab some off, and then I'm going to add some red to it and see if I can get to a place. And I used to teach color theory, so I have kind of a sense of what I'm going for, and you might not, and that's okay. This is about being closer to color, not achieving it absolutely. So I'm going to use just a little bit more. I just want a little bit more. Let's use this for my red. So yeah, it's pretty good. Sometimes you don't quite know what it's going to be until you put it down on the paper. It's morning, so I've had my coffee. My hands are not going to be perfectly steady. And this is a little project where, again, I feel like I'm always repeating myself, but that might be good. This is a project where you are going from, you don't have to be precise. Again, aim for perfection, but don't feel as though you need to get there. So this red here is, it's a little bit on the orangish side. I'm going to try to get some here because I don't really want yellow to be in it, but when the only red that we have to use is a little bit more on the blue side, then that, you know, makes things a little different. Oh, it's getting good. Yeah. So I'm adding a little bit more of this red. I feel like it's still pretty orange. I'm going to just kind of experiment and go right out of the well here. A little pat of little cake pan, that's what it's called. I'm going to go right out of the cake pan and see what we come up with. So I think this red is a little orangey. Might have a little bit of, I might have put too much orange in it, and that is okay. This is about seeing. It's not about getting things perfect. So how long have I gone here? We're at 9 minutes, 20 seconds. I think that the first part of your color wheel, let's end it right there, and then I'm going to go for another video to do red back to yellow. Okay? So we'll see you in the next video.